welcome again to another edition of Your Questions Answered. And this question is a bit of a weird one. I know I've said that a lot in these, but this one is one that hasn't been answered and hasn't been really asked for quite some time, but is on everybody's mind. And that is, what are you guys doing? In terms of what are we doing for change, what are we doing to actually fight the system? But before I do that, I'd like to introduce you to our new office space. You might see that it's changed a little bit, but I'm just going to tell our volunteer she doesn't want to be known to... Okay. All right. She's now walked away. Hopefully you can see that. So there you go. Look at that. We've now got a lot of space that we can use to do our work. And if you're interested in coming over, we're in Parramatta. We're in 20 Wentworth Street, Parramatta, on level 6. And if you want to volunteer your time in any way, shape or form, there's always stuff you can do here. So please drop us a line, send us an email, let us know, and we will get back in touch with you about what you can do and our times to get in. And our other volunteer is looking for the toilet key. Okay.
Sorry.
Do you want to redo that or?
No.
Sorry, Rowan.
So that just says we are actually happening. We are alive. We are live. But back to the question, what are we doing? We've got the space. So what are we doing with that space? Michael,
What?
you're a board member. You're
Yes.
representing our Sydney regions.
That's right. And look,
What are we doing?
What are we doing? Well, we've had a bit of an idea that because we have not had much movement in terms of changing workers' comp legislation, we've had some changes, but not changes that really help. So what we really think we need to do, and this has been discussed on the board level, that we need to actually have a campaign committee, because we need to drive a campaign to make change, and not just change for individuals, but change on a wider scale, on the whole legislation changing, so that we can really push what is necessary for injured workers to be able to get back to their life. So ultimately what we've decided is that we are going to set up a campaign committee, and that's exactly what this is. We are now establishing a campaign committee that will be a core of 5 people that we will have here. I'm going to start heading up the project, because this is my project. We've also got Sue from Gosford, who is coming on board. She's another board member. We do want to have more people come on board, but because we do know that there is experience out there, people are out there that want to put in some input into what we're doing and participate in what we are doing. So what we are doing is going to have a form just below,
Just
right below this video, okay, that you can complete if you want to become part of our campaigning committee. Now, ultimately, we know that not everybody wants to be part of a committee that meets every month and discusses campaigns and has a lot of campaign knowledge and things like that. So what we're also saying is that if you are one that maybe want to know about the campaigns but want to stay around the peripheral areas and not be directly involved, but have some input, give us some feedback, and then maybe even come along to some of the campaigning things that we do, but maybe not everything. Well, we also want you to fill out the form as well, because we want to hear from you. We want you to be able to tell us what you want us to do, because we feel that we need to do more. We need to action more. We need to get to politicians and say to them, these are the changes our members want. Not just the politicians that are friendly to us, but also the politicians who are against us. We need to tell them, this is what our members want. And we need to show them in terms of being front and centre at them.
It's not just about the politicians, is it?
No,
it's about
no.
the insurers.
That's
and the
true.
peripherals as well. So the campaign committee will be the nuts and bolts. They will do the nitty gritty. They will prepare the files for the police if we're doing a protest, do the ring arounds to make sure people come, do the advertisements. They will do the actual work involved in putting on a protest, establishing a campaign and running that campaign. If you don't have the experience of doing it, don't worry too much about that. You can always put your name forward and you will get experience.
Oh, absolutely.
You don't necessarily need to be an injured worker either. You need to be a supporter. So, sorry, insurers, you're not invited.
No, no. How disappointing.
Yeah, how disappointing for them. But look, protesting works. It's worked in Victoria, as we've seen recently, and I was very proud to be a part of that movement down there. So the question is, what are we doing? We're setting up a committee. It doesn't sound like much, but a committee will get things rolling. They will be the engine in the Mercedes-Benz of our campaign, if I can put it like that. And yeah, I've been looking up cars I can't afford recently, so that's where you get that quote from. So there you go. Thank you very much for your time. If you want to be involved in that, please just below. If you're seeing this on YouTube, you will have to go to our website to get that form, www.rwsn.org.au, or give us a call on our number. What's our number? 9749 7566. And yes, that's below what you can see. 9749 7566. So fill out the form, give us a call, go to our websites. We're going to become more involved. We will be doing more with your help and led by the injured workers, because we do things with, we don't do things for. All right. Have a great day.